Hi everyone, it's Stella Grizont, and today I want to talk to you about comparison. And if you are in quarantine, kind of a little jealous of other people's quarantine situation, or if you are feeling yourself beat yourself up because you're not homeschooling your kids well enough, or they're watching too much TV, or you feel like you should be learning a new language and you're not, like whatever that is, I want to talk to you about how to stop comparing yourself so that you don't fall into this mental trap of just, or this mental vortex of uh, feeling really crappy, because that's actually not what's needed in this time. I think all of us are probably asking what this time is for. Like, what is this trying to teach us? At least that's what I'm asking myself. How can we make meaning out of this really challenging experience? And one of the things that we must shield ourselves from is collapsing on ourselves and just being really mean to ourselves. So let's talk about comparison. So comparison, social comparison, as psychologists call it, is when we basically look out towards others, and particularly our peers, to see how we're doing. Because all of us just want to know, am I doing okay, right? We want to know, am I doing enough? Am I enough, right? That's just like at the core of everything we're always like struggling with. And so right now, because we're socially isolated, one of the best ways to connect is, or to see what's going on, is social media. And social media, as you've known and I've known, has always been kind of a festering pit slash trap for comparison. But now it's especially that. It can also be a tool for good, right? So it depends on how you use it. But depending on what mood you're in, it can really trigger some insecurities. And I love this quote by, oh man, I'm forgetting his first name, last name Furtick. I believe he's a pastor. Hope I'm not getting this right, but I hope I'm getting this right. But he basically says the reason why we struggle with insecurity is because we're comparing our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. So I want you to just take stock of, are you comparing your behind the scenes, you wearing sweatpants all day, or maybe you haven't showered, or maybe your house is a mess, or maybe I'm just describing my experience with everyone else's beautiful Instagram, right? So we really, even though we instinctually look out into the world for information on how am I doing, that in itself is a okay thing to do. It's like an instrument. But the problem is it's not necessarily always an accurate instrument. And it's not an accurate instrument because you never have all the data, right? You have the behind the scenes of you, but you don't have the behind the scenes of other folks, right? So, and I know you know this, and I know I'm kind of sharing stuff that it's like, it's not good to compare yourself against others. It's not constructive. That said, how do you avoid this trap, and how do you talk to yourself through this? Because it's all about the self-talk. And I will just share my self-talk because I have found myself really triggered often by this stuff, especially when it comes to parenting, because it's hard to work a full-time job and parent at the same time. So one of the most important things that is going to help you through this is to be really clear on what's important to you. Who are you at your best? And who do you want to be in this time? How do you want to be showing up? And so to help you articulate that, if you have no idea on like where to even start, I've created an exercise called the Vision Generator, which I'm happy to offer you for free. This is something that I do with my clients It's the first thing I do because I need to understand what's important to you, what's driving you, so that I can help you achieve that vision and not overlay what I think is right, what your mom thinks is right, what your coworkers think is right. So the vision generator exercise will help you get clear on the quality of the experience that you want to have, but also on the attributes that you want to embody. And the good news is that no matter what's happening in the world, the pandemic, no matter in your work, in your home life, no matter what's happening, you can't control that, but you can control your embodying attributes that you want to express. So what do I mean by that? If it's important for you to be compassionate to others, if it's important for you to be creative, if it's important for you to be a leader in these times, if it's important for you to have vitality and tend to your well-being, those are all attributes that you can express no matter what's happening. You might have to get creative about how you express those things, but you can do it. That you can control. So what does this have to do with your comparing yourself against others? Well, when we compare, we're looking to the side to figure out, am I okay? Am I doing okay? Let me look at her. Oh, I like what she has. I like what he has. But when we do that, when we see all those sexy Instagrams of like people's homes or their kids doing like amazing things and, whatever it is, or them learning a new language or doing a family dance or something. When we look at all that, we get confused about what's really important to us because that just looks really lovely. So when you're clear on your own vision, that is what anchors you back to like, am I doing okay? You need to compare yourself against your own vision and not what's happening here. So I liken it to putting on your blinders, right? When a horse wears blinders, it blocks what's happening on the side for the horse. But the horse also can look backwards, which we can't with our vision, but we can in our minds. And so anything that will also help us from referencing the past is also really good. So we need to get really clear on what's the compelling vision for ourselves. What's our unique definition of success? And have that be our North Star. Have that be the destination we're moving towards rather than getting distracted by all the amazing stuff happening on the sides. So, and what is your vision? Your vision is not a statement of achievements. It's not a statement of how much money you're going to have. It's not a statement of where you're going to be living or what exactly you're going to be doing in 5 years. It's really about your getting plugged into what's the quality of being that you want to have every day. So to do the vision and download the vision generator, just go to visiongenerator.com, visiongenerator.com, and you'll be able to download the vision there. So once you have your vision, what that will help you do is remind you of like what's important to you every day and help you start to get clear on how might I express this. So for example, for me, my energy, my well-being, my vitality is really important, and that's one of my values. And so every day I try to do something to support that. It's not the same every day. I don't always get a chance to work out, but maybe I will run around in the backyard with my daughter, or maybe I will choose healthy snacks instead of something else. So every day, if you are comparing yourself against your own vision and tracking small wins that you are making towards what is important to you, that is not only going to help you avoid the comparison trap and avoid insecurity, but that is actually what builds organic confidence. It's not the confidence where you say, I'm going to be confident from now on and I'm going to act this way. No, confidence is the byproduct of you taking action against what's important to you and demonstrating to yourself your own power and influence over your own experience. And so when you make small wins, small steps, small progress towards being the kind of person you want to be, bingo. And you can do that even in a pandemic, right? So that is the key. That is the key. So download the Vision Generator if you haven't already done this. If you are a client, you know you've done this, and you know your values, I want you doing your accountability questions. And that's it. You know, comparison on its own is not a bad thing. It actually can be additional data points on what you want to bring into your life. The problem with comparison is that it's usually coupled with self-judgment. So you can look at a friend's beautiful kitchen and be like, oh, I'd love to have that tile. Let me find out where she got it. But it's hard for you to also not say, wow, my kitchen really sucks and I'm, you know, never going to have a beautiful environment, right? So, you know, if we can avoid comparison and just focus on what's important to us, then you're like 90% of the way there. I hope this was helpful. This is just one of the videos that I'm doing for many under a new segment that I'm calling Remote and Resilient for all of us who are working from home, who are blessed enough to be working from home. So I will be doing this every week, and so make sure you sign up at remoteandresilient.com if you want to get these videos every week. Or you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So just look up Stella Grizont on YouTube or youtube.com/Stella Grizont. I hope I have that domain by now. And you can get more videos where I talk about all sorts of ways to work happier, live better, be wiser. And with that, I hope you guys are well and stay well. And if you have anything that you want me to address, feel free to email me, stella@woopah.com. That's WOOPAAH.com. And let me know what you'd like me to talk to next. And if you enjoyed this, please leave a comment. I want to know if this is landing and if this is helpful. All right, take care. Bye.